I love Sandra Bullock and I love films, so I had quite high hopes for Murder by Numbers. Unfortunately, I thought it was pretty weak. There were some good points, there were things that I liked about it, but there were also a lot of bad points. This was released in 2002, directed by Barbet Schroeder, written by Tony Gayton, starring, of course, Sandra Bullock alongside Ben Chaplin and Ryan Gosling. And the premise is pretty straightforward. I'll read the description from IMDb, but I'll talk around it. And this says, two gifted high school students execute a perfect murder, then become engaged in an intellectual contest with a seasoned homicide detective. That sounds right up my street. It sounds like something I would love. Unfortunately not. First of all, the high school students, I wanted to throttle them. They're exceptionally annoying and obnoxious. I hated them from the very minute we met them. Every time they were on screen, I just absolutely detested everything that was happening and couldn't deal with them. I absolutely hated them. Not with the acting, of course, just the characters and the way they're written. I could not abide them at all. And unfortunately, bad characters can ruin an otherwise interesting narrative. Cassie Mayweather, Sandra Bullock, as our detective, I liked her. And I liked her scenes, particularly when she was alone. I thought it was great to kind of get into her mind and the way she worked. And when we see the dead bodies and things, I think the staging of the scenes are brilliant. The close-ups of the body, they don't really hold back. Absolutely fantastic. There was one particular scene where I think somebody had like a finger chopped off, and just the level of detail was beautiful. I really, really loved that. But we do get too much of Cassie Mayweather's private life when she's not working. And if this was a film just about her and the cases she was dealing with, that would be fine. Because it's coupled with the high school students, it just makes it a little bit too chaotic and a little bit too messy, and it doesn't really give us enough chance to focus on the actual crimes and the problem solving. And because a lot of the characters are annoying, it's not even a film that I can say is character driven. So the narrative takes a backseat, whereas it should have been at the forefront. This looks at the characters themselves too much, and most of the characters are annoying and irritating. A lot of the people in Cassie's life are annoying. She herself I quite liked. So unfortunately, the narrative development was pretty poor. I think it's quite slow moving. We do jump in with the first crime that we see pretty quickly. And I thought, this is going to be really fast paced and I'm going to really enjoy it. But it slowed down quite quickly after that, which is quite a shame, because to begin with, it was quite atmospheric and it seemed like it would have a lot in it for me to really enjoy. Unfortunately, Murder by Numbers, I couldn't get on board with. It had a few benefits, namely the casting and the acting, but the characters are annoying, the narrative is quite slow, and it's very rare that I will not recommend a Sandra Bullock film, but on this occasion, I will not be recommending Murder by Numbers.